Hey there, trying something new for this video because frankly, I'm driving something old. Currently, I have a 2022 Toyota Corolla, and if there's anything less exciting than driving a new Toyota Corolla, it's driving one that's 2 years old. So I thought with all this talk of artificial intelligence, maybe it's gonna replace my job, which I've only just recently started. So I'm curious to see how well AI can write a car review, and I think it's perfect for the most famous AI that we all know, ChatGPT. Now, if you weren't aware, ChatGPT doesn't give you the latest information. It only goes up to about September of 2021, which is perfect for this test because the 2022 models come out right around that time. So I hope that I'll have all the information on this Toyota Corolla to give a thorough review. Now, I think they have newer AI versions of ChatGPT that can give you, more up-to-date information, but for the regular one that most of us can access, you're not gonna find out about the hot new model of car. So let me try it out. Okay, so I've never tried this out, so it's gonna be a test for both of us because I'm really curious to see what kind of review that this ChatGPT can write and how thorough and good it is, because I have my own thoughts about the car. I've driven it over 1,000 miles now, and I've taken a ton of notes about things that I like and don't like about the car, but I'm curious to see what ChatGPT pulls. So let's try this out. First, I'm gonna ask it, can you write me a review on a car I'm looking to purchase? Let's see if it can even do it. Of course, it says it would be happy to help. So let me tell it what kind of car I'm looking for. Great. I'm looking to purchase a 2022 Toyota Corolla LE. That's the car I'm currently driving. So here's giving me the standard logline of the overview of the car, performance, fuel efficiency, things like that. This is pretty standard stuff you would get on the website, but I want to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to ask it to write me a very thorough review, so let me try these commands. Can you write me a full review on the 2022 Toyota Corolla LE with the following parameter? I'm going to ask it to do around 1,000 words. This should give a pretty thorough review. Tell me about the styling of the exterior, the styling of the interior, the powertrain, performance, and how it drives. I want the good things and the bad things about the car. Also, tell me if you think this car is a good or bad buy compared to its competition. So before I do this, 2 reviews ago, I wrote about the Nissan Sentra, and I really like that car, and I'm gonna tell you, I think it's a better buy out of these cars. Might be controversial, I know Toyota's Toyota, but I think the Sentra was a better car and a better value. So before I hit enter on this, let's see what ChatGPT has to say. Okay, it's done. It took about a minute and a half or so, which is a lot faster than I could write a 1,000-word review, so I'll give it that. Let's go over what it has to say, and then I will compare and contrast it as we go through the review. The Toyota Corolla has long been a staple in the compact sedan segment, known for its reliability, affordability, and fuel efficiency. The 2022 Toyota Corolla LE continues this tradition while adding modern styling, technology, and safety features. In this review, we'll delve into the styling, powertrain, performance, driving experience, and how it stacks up against the competition. So far, I have nothing to argue with this. Let's start outside, which is probably where I would start too. Says the 2022 Corolla LE features a contemporary design that strikes a balance between sporty and elegant. The front fascia is highlighted by a wide trapezoidal grille flanked by sleek, narrow headlights that give the car a confident, assertive look. The LED headlights and daytime running lights not only enhance visibility, but also add a modern touch to the overall aesthetic. So yes, the Corolla does come standard with LED headlights, which I very much appreciate. There are still some cars rocking the halogens, but the LEDs you can just see so much better. From the side, the Corolla LE maintains a clean, streamlined profile with subtle character lines that add a sense of motion even when the car is stationary. The 16-inch steel wheels with covers are standard on the LE trim, though alloy wheels are available as an upgrade. The rear of the vehicle is equally well executed with LED taillights and a tidy integrated bumper design that ties the look together. As far as the car looking like it's in motion when it's not, I don't know where it got that from. That sounds like some made up AI mumbo jumbo. And unfortunately, one thing I don't like is hubcaps, as it was mentioned as well. You can upgrade these to alloys. I just can't stand the cheap plastic wheel covers. And as mentioned, out back, the taillights are also LED. Not nearly as important as your headlights being LED, but it's always good for other people to be able to see you. Stepping inside the 2022 Corolla LE, you'll find a well thought out interior that emphasizes comfort and functionality. The cabin is designed with high quality materials and a clean, uncluttered layout. The dashboard features soft touch surfaces and a straightforward design, with the 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system taking center stage. Now, I'm not sure why ChatGPT made it a point to keep saying this is an upscale feeling interior, because there are very hard plastics and the same cloth material that you see on the seats. I would hardly call that upscale, but it's about the level that you would expect in this type of car. Once again, this piece is very hard here, but the rest is soft touch, like it noted. The entire dashboard is a soft touch material. And you have your basic electronics you would expect, the standard tach and speedometer. A lot of cars are just getting rid of the tach, so it's kind of nice that it still has that. And your digital cluster here, which will have a ton of information. You can customize this however you want throughout. The seats in the Corolla LE are upholstered in comfortable fabric, offering good support for both short trips and long journeys. The front seats are particularly accommodating with ample legroom and headroom, while the rear seats provide decent space for a compact sedan, though taller passengers may find the legroom somewhat limited. So as noted, the legroom is really good. One thing I did notice is the door doesn't open very wide, but still plenty of room to get in and out. And this is the seat all the way back, so there's about 8 inches or so before my knees even hit the dashboard. So I think pretty much anybody could drive this car, go all the way up here and still be relatively comfortable, especially when you have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So like the front door, the back door doesn't open very wide either, so it makes, entry and exit, especially if you're taller, a little bit tougher. But this seat is all the way back and I can still squeeze in. My knees just barely touch. The one issue is the headroom though. I'm right against the ceiling here. I mean, for short trips I'd be okay, but I think I'd rather sacrifice a little bit of leg room and gain some extra headroom in its place. The seats themselves are very basic, yet also comfortable. A little bit of a design on the back, but very plain and simple. And as far as wear and tear, even with the hard plastics here, you'll see some scratching and stuff, but this car is over 30,000 miles, and for being a rental car, I think it's held up very, very well. The overall ambiance of the interior is enhanced by the use of subtle accents and trim pieces, giving it a more upscale feel than one might expect at this price point. Practicality is also a strong suit with numerous storage compartments and a trunk that offers 13.1 cubic feet of cargo space. Right, so about that trunk, there's one thing that really bothers me. There's no button on the trunk itself to open it. So if you got your hands full of bags and you can't grab your keys, you're not able to open the trunk. You either got to do it inside or on the fob, but it does actually pop up, which is nice. It's one of my pet peeves when trunks just kind of go up a little bit and just sit there. So that's good, but yeah, there's no trunk button here. They need to put one here. Maybe the higher end models have it. I'm not 100% sure. Trunk is a big size, but load in is kind of slim. I usually do the test where I hop in, and I'm gonna do that, but it's a lot more difficult to get in. But once you're inside, it's a good sized trunk. Let's go under the hood. The 2022 Corolla LE is equipped with a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder engine that produces 139 horsepower and 126 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired with a CVT transmission, which is designed to optimize fuel efficiency and provide smooth, seamless acceleration. While the power output may seem modest, the engine is well suited for the Corolla's intended purpose as a reliable, economical daily driver. The CVT performs admirably, mimicking traditional gear shifts to reduce the rubber band feeling often associated with this type of transmission. I'm glad that ChatGPT brought up the CVT transmission because this one's actually okay. I'm not a fan of CVTs, but this one feels more like a conventional one, and it doesn't yo-yo or rubber band like it noted. It's actually pretty quick to go in between gear shifts. Now, a standard CVT will usually be like, oh, maybe I'll go this way, maybe I'll go that way, and you kind of got to wait a second or two. This one's really fast. Let's talk performance. The 2022 Corolla LE offers a balanced driving experience that prioritizes comfort and efficiency over outright performance. The suspension setup, which includes a McPherson strut front suspension and multi-link rear suspension, provides a smooth and composed ride, effectively absorbing road imperfections and maintaining stability. In terms of handling, the Corolla LE is easy to maneuver with precise steering that makes it well suited for urban driving and tight parking situations. While it's not a sports sedan, it handles corners with a reasonable degree of confidence, and the overall ride quality is comfortable and refined. The steering is super light in this car. Just the slightest of hand will really adjust it, but not in a great way because it kind of feels like you're floating a little bit. Not as sporty feeling as that Nissan Sentra and less attached to the road, although some people prefer that, especially non-car people, which is going to be the majority of the Corolla buyers. I'm going to turn around here so you can see the steering of this. You can fit into really tight spots in this. I actually was so impressed with myself the other night. I parked in a spot that was like maybe like 2 or 3 inches on each side that I took pictures of how close I was. I didn't worry about it at all. So you can really run around the city and parallel park wherever you need to here. But here's the problem. Slam on the gas when you're low RPM, it doesn't go. You really gotta get it to rev up to go and basically hit red line to get anything out of it. You essentially gotta live above 3,000 RPM at all times on this car. Let's talk about fuel efficiency. Fuel efficiency is one of the Corolla LE's strong points. The EPA estimates fuel economy at 30 miles per gallon in the city and 38 on the highway. These figures make the Corolla LE an excellent choice for those looking to minimize fuel costs, whether for daily commuting or long distance travel. I'll agree with this. My normal daily is a Mazda CX-5, and it doesn't get great mileage. I get probably around 25 miles to the gallon. So bumping up to this, I definitely noticed a difference because I'm driving over 100 miles a day, and I had it pretty empty the other day. And even with California gas prices, it was less than $40 to fill up the tank. So that was a welcome addition for me, and I'm sure it will be for you if you're looking to save some money on fuel. Let's talk safety. Safety has always been a priority for Toyota, and the 2022 Corolla LE is no exception. It comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, a comprehensive suite of advanced safety features that includes pre-collision system, pedestrian detection, lane departure alert with steering assist, automatic high beams, road sign assist, adaptive cruise control, lane tracking assist. Now, I would agree with this. I've driven multiple Toyotas. Their system is pretty good. It's one of the best on the market. And the only thing I didn't really like were the auto high beams. They don't work very well. Some cars, they're like spot on. My Mazda, the auto high beams are really great. This Toyota was really bad. Here's the pre-collision system. I can only see an on or off button. I'm not sure if there's an actual way to adjust it because I want to use it, but I don't want to use it if it's too sensitive. So I usually set it at the closest distance, but I don't see that as an option here. There is the radar cruise distance at the top. Maybe that's also associated with the pre-collision system too. I think I'll try that out, but usually that's just for the radar cruise. You see those 3 bars at the top. All right, pros and cons. Let's talk about this. Let's start with the pros. Fuel efficiency. The Corolla offers excellent fuel economy, making it cost-effective for daily driving. We've already established that that was great. Safety features. A comprehensive suite of standard safety features enhances driver and passenger safety. I will agree with that the Toyota Safety Sense, they just throw it in every car, and I think it makes it cheaper, so I do like that Toyota does that now. Comfortable ride. The suspension setup provides a smooth and comfortable ride. For a compact car, it did ride pretty nice. Reliability. Toyota's reputation for building reliable vehicles is well earned, and the Corolla is no exception. I will agree with that. Might be a little worried about the CVT, but other than that, it's a Toyota, and it should last. Let's talk cons. Modest performance. The 1.8 liter engine can feel underpowered, especially during rapid acceleration or highway merging. Totally agree with that. Rev it up a little bit, it will start to move, but if you're just entering that on-ramp, it's going to take a couple seconds to really move. Rear seat space, it was adequate. Rear legroom might be tight for taller passengers. Totally agree, but nothing out of the ordinary that you wouldn't expect in this range. Infotainment, while functional, the 7-inch touchscreen infotainment may feel basic compared to some competitors offering larger screens and more advanced features. And I don't understand the shade that it's throwing at the screen in the center, because I think it's perfectly fine. It's actually a really good size. This is a 7-inch screen. I don't like the cars that take over the entire interior with screen and are really distracting at night. This does everything you need to do. It's got Toyota's standard setup, which, you know, maybe looks a little bit outdated now, but you're never really gonna look at this, especially if you have a smartphone. Anytime I drive, I just hit the CarPlay, and that looks the same on every single car, and this does everything like any other car with CarPlay would do, and that's all you need. Let's talk competitors. Notably, it does not mention the Nissan Sentra, which I said I liked better than the Corolla, so we might have to ask it an additional question at the end, but it does have one of the cars I also drove that I did not like. So let's talk the Honda Civic first. I haven't driven the newest generation, but I think in 2022, that would have been the last generation. I do like that car, even though it's a little bit small for me to be in it. The Civic is known for its sporty performance and upscale interior. It offers a more powerful engine lineup and a larger infotainment screen, but at a higher starting price. I was gonna say that the Civic is a little bit nicer, but it does cost you a few thousand more dollars, so you kind of get what you pay for. The Mazda 3, I also haven't driven that. My personal daily is a Mazda CX-5, love it. And I know Mazda does a lot of parts sharing because they're a smaller company, so I would expect to really like the Mazda 3 too. But once again, I haven't personally drove it. So here's what ChatGPT had to say. The Mazda 3 stands out with its premium interior materials, engaging driving dynamics, and available all-wheel drive. However, it may not match the Corolla's fuel efficiency. And like I said, my Mazda isn't great at fuel efficiency, so I would probably expect the same out of the Mazda 3. So you might lose a few miles per gallon, especially if you're bumping up to all-wheel drive, which the Corolla is front-wheel drive only. Hyundai Elantra. The Elantra boasts a striking design, a spacious interior, and a wide array of tech features, including a larger infotainment screen and wireless connectivity options. It also offers competitive pricing and an excellent warranty. Now that makes it sound like they like the Hyundai Elantra. I actually hated that car. It looks pretty good, but beyond that, I absolutely hated that car. And I don't really know that the interior was any better or any better tech features, because personally, every Hyundai I've driven, Hyundai's tech and safety features are just awful and they don't even work correctly. So what good are they having if they don't work and they're just a bother to your actual driving experience? So that is one thing I'm going to disagree with ChatGPT on. In conclusion, the 2022 Toyota Corolla is a well-rounded compact sedan that excels in fuel efficiency, safety, and reliability. It offers a comfortable and practical interior, a smooth ride, and a comprehensive suite of standard safety features. While its engine performance may be modest compared to some competitors, the overall package makes it a strong contender in the segment. If you're looking for dependability, fuel efficiency, and a safe vehicle for daily commuting or family use, the Corolla LE is an excellent choice. Its blend of practicality, comfort, and value ensures it remains a popular option in the highly competitive compact sedan market. I think that's a pretty good review. Now, it doesn't get too negative. I think ChatGPT is kind of built like that. We've seen a lot of examples where ChatGPT will kind of put a positive spin on everything, like everything's fantastic. I'm not sure that AI is going to be programmed exactly how the human mind works. It's artificial, like it says. Maybe, you know, these tech entrepreneurs are thinking that the world is going to be a better place, which I hope it can be. But let's be real. I do want to ask you one more thing, because like I said, I like the Nissan Sentra better. So let me ask what it thinks in comparison to the Nissan Sentra. Okay, that's done now. And it wrote like even longer review than the actual Corolla, which I find interesting. I'm just going to give you some cliff notes here. There's a couple things that I thought were pretty funny here. It says the Corolla has a contemporary and sporty design, and the Sentra boasts a more aggressive and bold styling. Now, I think that the Sentra is a better looking car. They did note that the LED headlights are available but not standard, and the Corolla has the standard LEDs. That's like a big thing for me, because LED headlights are so much more superior, so I'll give the win to the Corolla there. It does say that the Sentra's design is more appealing to those looking for a sportier appearance. I guess that would be me, so I think the Sentra is the better looking car. Now when it talks about interior, it says the Corolla's interior is well designed with high quality materials, But remember how the initial review said it felt like it had higher end materials? Well, this is what it says about the Sentra. The Sentra's interior is spacious and stylish with quality materials and a more upscale feel than the Corolla. So now it's getting contradictory. It said that the Corolla was upscale in the initial review, but then I talk about its direct competitor, the Nissan Sentra, and it says the Sentra is more upscale. It's kind of interesting. As far as the back seat, there were some criticisms of the Corolla's back seat. It says the Sentra's back seat is much better for carrying adults in the back. I think I agree with that too. The back seat is larger in the Sentra. And then we're talking about powertrains. It does mention that they both have the CVT, but that the Sentra offers slightly better performance and is more responsive. I thought that the Corolla was more responsive in mid-range, but off the line, I would say the Sentra was better. And they both get about the same fuel economy. The Sentra gets one less in the city, but one more on the highway than the Corolla. As far as the ride characteristics, says the Corolla, is comfortable and composed and absorbs road imperfections well. And the Sentra is also comfortable, but is more sportier. It feels more engaging to drive than the Corolla. And I would agree with that. It has more responsive steering, and the engine is slightly more powerful. And they both come equipped with like standard safety features like that Toyota safety sense I mentioned before. Nissan has the safety shield. There's a couple of different things, but they're both pretty comparable in what they offer safety-wise as standard. In the end, let's see what it has to say here. The Corolla and Sentra are excellent choices in the compact sedan market, each with its strengths and weaknesses. The Corolla stands out for its fuel efficiency, safety features, and strong reputation for reliability. It's an ideal choice for those prioritizing a dependable and economical daily driver. On the other hand, the Sentra offers a bit more power, a more engaging driving experience, and a spacious interior, particularly in the rear. Its competitive pricing and stylish design make it a strong contender, especially for those who value a bit more performance and rear seat comfort. Ultimately, the decision between the two will come down to personal preferences. This is the problem. AI will not make a decision for you. It'll spin everything and go, it's up to you. You get to decide. You're great. Well, I'm going to decide for you. I would take the Nissan Sentra, but the Corolla is a good choice too. So I guess I'm not really making a decision either. But it's good to know that I think I'm still going to have a job for a while because you need a little bit of an edge and you got to have an opinion. And AI just states facts, but it doesn't give much of an opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know what you thought of this in the comments below. Should I do another AI versus I review? I found this pretty interesting. I hope you did as well. Make sure to follow me on all channels. It's at Petrolectric. I will see you on the next video with hopefully a more exciting car.